I have here the entirety of round two, which I'll be commentating live as we kind of go through this. Well, not live, I have the replays grabbed in front of me, as you can clearly see. So here we'll start with loser's bracket. We have 50 Centaur, or Aiden as I'm probably going to call him because this is my friend, this is Aiden. And my boy Kwong on the other side. And they're playing, I believe Kwong is playing the same team as he was playing the last time. I can't see any substitutions there. And we see Aiden changing up his team a little bit, bringing the scariest Pokemon in the game, Kingambit, and playing with Pex this time. Still got the trusty Garganacl, though. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, just leads Knackle on Tinglu. Not always the best idea, because they get up a bunch of hazards kind of for free. And yeah, you can Salt Cure it, you can deal the chip damage to Tinglu, which is good, but you're really only doing 6% after lefties. But Kev runs right away. Into him on with the Steel type move. He makes the mistake of hitting +2 Garganacl. That's not going to do very much. And okay, goes for Salt Cure instead of Body Press, maybe reading that a Ghost is going to come in. Here's a knock, reduces its longevity, just stacks up on the Garganacl more. And at some point he's going to have to be careful about Goldengo coming in on him because as a fairy type, Make It Rain is going to be an Oko. Okay, well, I guess not everyone knows about Iron Press, and not everyone knows about Purifying Salt. Okay, just Gen 9 things here. Nothing to be worried about. And here comes Ronan to try to pump his troubles away. This doesn't work though. So there's two mods. Okay, runs from the Dengo. Here comes a Make It Rain. And yeah, even is that Iron? Even with a Salt Vest, it does a million. Jeez. Okay, lands the crit on Volcarona. And is this a kill? Yeah, the crit mattered. Yeah, unfortunate for Kev. And here comes Cheese String again to finish off the Iron Shreds. Real effort for me not to call that Mon Great Tusk, incidentally. And Gambit straight into Focus Blast. Tried to Swords Dance on him. Okay, this one will take a Focus Blast easily. And oh, he's got Liquidation on Pex. That's hot. Okay, you don't have to run there. You can live an Earthquake. And it looks like Liquidation would have been a roll to kill there, so you could have taken the roll. It wouldn't have been so bad. And did he Volt Switch? Nope, just pumped straight away. Okay, Dragapult is in, that's a scary Mon. Here comes the chipped Knackle to, Bandit Phantom Force. Okay, yeah, now this is very bad. I forgot about this. Okay, and then the She String gets Salt Cured, or the G String. I just noticed that. And yeah, Pex will take one of anything from Scarf Goldengo, which it's pretty obvious this is by this point. It gets dropped, but still no problem, really. Unless you get crit, okay, that's a problem. And okay, Dragapult coming in, and he doubles to Rotom, realizing that this Mon is indeed Choice Scarfed. So, okay. Lose a little bit of HP on the Rotom, and this... No, this is leftovers, which I can see because I'm watching from his perspective from the replay. So he could hit Protect there if he had it, and banded P-Force again. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty hard to stop Knackle here. You could just Iron Defense once. Yeah, no, this one's a wrap. Okay. No problem. Yeah, all right. We're not looking at like 6 flinches in a row here. That would be too much. And yeah, there's just no way Dragapult can touch this. Immune to one of its stabs, resist to another one because of Purifying Salt, and yeah, this is just going to be Salt Cure GG. Okay, so game 1 in the bag for Aiden. And we move on to game 2, which we'll watch from Kwong's perspective this time because why not? Whoops, sorry about that. Forgot about the loud music on Showdown. If only they had a volume slider. I feel like people have been asking for that feature for years, but just for some reason never gets implemented. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. More saliently, we have the same opening matchup. We have Garganacl versus Tinglu, and this time Kev is having none of it and just blows him away. Alternatively, does he maybe not? No, he does have spikes. If I were playing the Tinglu here, I might just try to set up as many hazards as possible, leading with spikes for maximum chip on the Iron Treads. Okay, gets Goldengo in on a predicted Will-O-Wisp. Good looks. Toxapex comes in. Yeah, the hazard damage makes this a lot less secure. Black Sludge helps a little bit, but you really can't do anything to Goldengo with Toxapex as part of the problem. You just scout its move. So when you're kind of scouting moves like this, that's all well and good if your side of the battlefield is clear, but if it's not, you just take so much for free. And okay, Kwang's kind of a low tempo play here, which if I had the hazards down, I would probably want to put in something that either scares away Garganackle or threatens big damage. You could put in Iron Treads here and hit Iron Head or something like that. That's probably what you got that does the most of it. Okay, my strategy of chipping the treads down with spikes would not have been effective. And oh, got him. Thought he was going to spin the hazards away, but he doesn't give a shit. All right, blows him away now and gets pumped for his trouble. Okay, fine. Going to be a little scary if Ting Lu gets in now because you have no way to get rid of the hazards. And oh man, yeah, that's hard to see. I guess he just forgot again. And Rotom takes a million, puts in Ting Lu. Smart. Did he Salt Cure? No, he stacked up. Okay. At this point, I'm probably looking up how much Body Press does, but he doesn't want to look it up. He just wants to hit Body Press. Okay, Pult is in. Pult certainly represents a kill on this. And, oh, okay, big damage from Draco. Alright, and he goes to Treads to eat the next Draco, but misses anyway. Okay. I might have tried to sack the Volcarona there. 20% Volcarona just doesn't do that much. It's hard to heal that Mon up. Alright, then puts Pult in on a pump again. Good looks. It's always something you got to be a little bit concerned about when you're playing Rotom. It's not a Mon that a lot of Mons can totally safely switch in on, but if they read you right, then it can be bad. It lets some scary Mons like Dragapult in. It's part of why I had Rotom as an obligatory Pokemon to play for this bracket, because I think that Rotom compresses a lot of what it is to play competitive Pokemon into one Mon. You have to not be predictable, threaten a variety of options, threaten a variety of sets, threaten a variety of annoying things. On a Mon whose HP you have to conserve kind of carefully in order for it to do its thing. So I think it's a good Mon to kind of teach the fundamentals of the game in that respect. I guess I got more complaints about forcing everyone to play Iron Treads. And that Mon's okay. It's not an embarrassing Pokemon by any stretch of the imagination. But for an OU Mon, it doesn't really feel like an OU Mon at this point in time. It feels like a pretty good UU Mon. And yeah, Banded P-Force again. I understand you don't have many good options on Choice Band Dragapult, which is part of why it's not played very often. It's really just Dragon Darts and a bunch of bad moves and U-Turn. But you don't want your Choice Band Mon just to be hitting U-Turn all the time. In any case, gets the Rotom in on Earthquake, another good reason to play Rotom. You can predict people and get good spots to switch in. And this is... No, it's Leftovers. Okay. I thought it was Choice Scarf. I guess he switched off of Choice Scarf after the debacle from last time. Puts Pex in, which lets Ting Lu back in. I don't think this Liquidation kills, but he's not even interested in finding out. He just switches. Tears Ghost. Odd. Okay. I guess maybe Terra's probably to take a Liquidation maybe, but I'm not sure Liquidation would have even killed there. Yeah, oh god, it's still not dead. Okay, here comes Pult. And, yep, put up another layer of hazards. Then nobody would have ever Earthquaked there on their Ting Lu. I mean, that would be insane. Runs some Treads, just sacks the Rotom. Okay, fair enough. I might have considered hitting Shadow Ball again. Yeah, especially if you're just going to put it back in, because, what are you doing about this Iron Treads? And yeah, that does do a million. I'll grant you that. And who's coming in now? Kin's coming in. Kin with the heavy-duty boots. All right, nice. All right, whiffs a Sucker Punch. Whiffs another Sucker Punch. Yeah, you kind of just got to swing there. Okay, oh my god, here we go. Alright, then gets a successful Sucker Punch that time. No burn. Lucky. Another Sucker Punch. And yeah, at this point you can just mash Sucker Punch until you win, I think. I'm pretty sure this Treads has 4 attacks. No, it wouldn't have Stealth Rock. I wonder what the last move... Oh, it's Rapid Spin. Yeah, so it does have 4 attacks. 4 attacks with Leftovers and not Assault Vest. That's a little curious. Well, in any case, this match goes to Aiden 2-0. Highlights of the match, seeing Kingambit get big on someone, Garganackle being silently kind of overpowered, and Toxapex being there. For anybody out there who played Gen 8, which I don't suspect is a lot of people listening to this, because I suspect this tournament is being broadcast for the benefit of relatively few. You might remember that Toxapex was like shamefully overpowered in Gen 7 and 8. Like Scald, Knockoff, Toxic, Haze, T-Spike. Just the array of annoying shit it could do was just so much bigger than now. Where now Toxapex is almost a totally passive mon that can threaten a very predictable range of things that certain mons can just switch in on and it's totally sat on. Like, what can Toxapex really do to Kingambit anymore? Nothing really. At least when I switched in Bisharp, you had a chance to get 2 Scalds to try to burn them or something like that. One on the switch in and one on when they Swords Danced. But now there's really nothing scary that Toxapex can threaten to Kingambit except for, like, you mash Haze until they kill you and you switch into a mon that kills it. But then, of course, you are a mon down. So, that's my 30-second rant about Gen 9 Toxapex. Still a fine mon, still strong, and I have a true treat for you here. We have my boy Rob on the left here, who we didn't get the round 1 game for. I think I just forgot to save the replay. It wasn't a very interesting game. I think he was still learning how to play at that point, so there's a lot of just kind of, unfortunate moments. But anyway, as you'll see, he picks it up here, and we have on the right my boy Matt rolling up with the same team as last time. We just got, the super best friends pair, Tinglu and Goldango, versus a strange-looking array of hitting Pokemon and a Clodsire. Also, as you can see, he has no Iron Treads because he forgot that was one of the restrictions, but the two competitors agreed to waive that for this one. Yeah, I don't think he put in anything like obscenely powerful in its place. I think he honestly just forgot. And in the interest of not, punishing somebody who generously agreed to spend their time and effort on this tournament that I organized, I'm glad that they agreed to just gentlemen to this configuration. In any case, let's get underway. Alright, we got Rotom versus Tinglu. We'll see that opening a lot in this tournament. And Trick right away. Okay. That's a good way to deal with Tinglu. Now it just has to leave. And did he Volt? Nope, he pumped. Okay, you can Volt Switch there because what's Tinglu going to do? Just sit and play and hit Stealth Rock over and over again? Ooh, T-Wave, that's annoying. Okay, now the Volt Switch. Get some chip on the Pult. But what's coming into this Banded Dragon Darts? Yeah, that's going to hurt. Yeah, doesn't get the full para, so, he does manage to cripple the threat, but he doesn't deal with it permanently. And here comes Greninja to, oh no, he doesn't know that he doesn't know the Ghost resist poison. Yeah, okay, so still a little bit of rust to shake off, and we got Cinderace here to hit Pyro Ball. Okay. I thought for a second he hit Court Change. That would have been crazy. Okay, tries for Sucker, doesn't get Sucker. And Dragapult switching it on Rotom. Okay, yeah, you get Volt Switch and they go out to Tinglu. Alright, fine, fair enough. Rips a Draco, does 0 because it's Tinglu, and gets Whirlwinded out. Okay, doesn't want to even try to stack up the spikes. I guess that's a little bit scary with the Cinderace waiting in the back. And when they have no other hazard control, you have to kind of assume that has Court Change. Alright, gets a Wisp. Rotom gets a slow turn, goes into their Dragapult, and their Dragapult check is getting worn down. Now you got to play kind of a guessing game between Draco Meteor and Shadow Ball. And switches to Ghost and Draco's one more time. Okay. I mean, I guess I can kind of see the intent there. But it's just not going to do enough damage. And oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. Gets the speed boost on Cerulite. Doesn't go for Bitter Blade, though, which is a little odd. Goes for Close Combat. And here comes Bitter Blade. Just, yeah, I'm not going to do very much to Rotom. Rotom's pretty tanky. And that Volt Switch kills. Pretty sure he calced that. I seem to remember him saying he calced that. Cinderace coming back in on Volcarona. Sure. Rotom switching in on Cinderace. Sure. This is all just standard stuff. Lands the burn. Misses the pump. And, oh, that Rotom is Choice Scarf. That's probably good to know for the future. And Tinglu coming back in. Has he got High Jump Kick? No, he's got Sucker Punch. Okay. He has 2 unrevealed moves. One of which I assume and seem to remember from the next VOD is Court Change. So if not High Jump Kick, I wonder what it is. Maybe he was afraid of a Ghost Switch in? I guess that would be a reason not to do it. Okay, Dragapult full parried. That was probably a Sucker Punch. I doubt it's faster than Rotom with the Paralysis. Unless he's crazy and playing Choice Scarf, but nobody in their right mind would do that. Oh, good as gold. Yeah. I mean, this Cinderace has a chance. Yeah, Pyro Ball, that's a kill. Now here comes Tinglu, and you got to play the guessing game. Oh, no, he has U-turn. Okay, no high jump kick. He does get the resist on that, though. Okay, okay. So, yeah, now we got the face-off. Does this kill even without being fire-type? No, he U-turns for some reason, so I guess we'll never know. Alright, I'm curious about this, so I'm going to look it up real quick. Alright, I apologize for the screen being a little bit narrow here. So let's say Cinderace versus Goldengo. That was the air balloon set. What if you are not fire type? What if you are, let's say, grass type? It's not updating the calcs. Okay. So I do have to take off Libero here? Let's say you're Insomnia. No, it's not a kill. Okay, so I guess it wouldn't have mattered in that respect. But, yeah, you know, that is a shame. I guess maybe there was no way to play out of that situation. But, still, it was close. Or 91? No, he's got to roll for it. Yeah, what? Rob, why didn't you try? You're not choice locked. I say you not take damage from the rocks. Alright, whatever. I'll have to talk to him about that later. Or, better yet, maybe I just shouldn't bring up, you know, potential misplays from the past. People tend not to appreciate that in my experience. It's okay. Moving straight along. Here's game 2. We'll watch it from Matt's perspective, because why not? And Tinglu versus Quadsire. And Rob stays in and sets up his own rocks. Brave man. Wow, stays in again. Okay, absolutely no fear of Earthquake. Okay, well now you're staying in too long. Quadsire's done all the useful things that it can do. And yeah, just full layers of spikes. Okay. Just fearlessly setting up hazards in the face of this court change. No problems here. Alright, Air Balloon Dengo comes in, which absolutely sits on Quadsire. And puts in Cinderace into the predicted nasty plot. Wow, nice. And oh, I can't quite... Wow, Rob is a gamer. No fear, dude. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're predicting a Shadow Ball or a Make It Rain, or, you know, you're threatening Pyro Ball too, they're pretty likely to switch out there. Okay, Greninja in on Iron Treads. What happens here? Gets a nice beam. And is that a kill? No, that's not even close to a kill. Jeez Louise. This Treads is probably Assault Vest, eh? Oh, but Terra's grounded gets sniped. I think he thought he was faster. This Greninja is Choice Scarfed. Which I guess isn't that predictable, so that's a reasonable play to make. Just didn't turn out very well, I suppose. And oh, misses the pump. Okay, Rotom gets Gigged. That would have been a good chance to set up a Quiver Dance. Okay, that leaves. Rotom comes in. Yeah, Rotom still takes kind of a lot from Pyro Ball. And trying to block a Volt Switch here. Yeah, Pump's not going to do that much. And Rotom also has to be a little bit careful of Toxic here. And Terra's... Okay, he didn't need to Terra Water there. You were living that Pump. And now Volt Switch becomes very annoying. Alright, Dragapult coming in. Gets Toxic for his troubles. And we're just going to see a little bit of Serral Edge cruelty here. Yeah, ooh, defense drop with a multi-hit move. Okay, a little bit of Serral Edge cruelty. And Cinderace coming in for the Sucker Punch. Okay, he did know about Sucker Punch, so a little bit of Sucker Punch disrespect there. And, okay, Choice Scarf Rotom does get the burn. But in exchange, Rob gets a clean switch to his Dragapult. And this Dragapult being burned is not a big deal because this is Specs Pult. And Draco's him to death. Okay, could have maybe put in Tinglu there because Tinglu was also kind of a sack, and I think it would have been the more useful Mon. And gets in the Scarfed Greninja, I'll remind you. And, okay, for all the viewers watching, what move do you think he clicked here? What move could Greninja possibly be threatening against +1/+1/+1 Volcarona? I'll give you a couple of seconds. Just think about what move you think he's hitting. I'll remind you, this Greninja is Scarfed, and both players, obviously the player who has it is going to know that, but Matt should know this. You know, he's seen that it's Scarfed. It was already faster than +1 Iron Treads, which means it's +1 itself, right? So you got to know that you have to take a move on Volcarona here, but it's special. It's special Greninja here, right? It's always special Greninja. This Mon doesn't have physical attacks. Not very many of them, at least. I guess we saw Gunk Shot, so you should have that maybe at the back of your mind. But would you believe the move is Rock Slide? I couldn't believe that. I truly could not believe that. Okay, Clodsire gobbles up an earthquake, no problem. Gobbles up another earthquake, no problem. And at this point, I would basically just be worried about Golden Joe coming in and sweeping me. But you have, no, Cinderace is burned, actually. So you do have to be worried about this. Yeah, grabs health back on the Clodsire. Yep, that Pokemon is good as gold. Also, it's Steel-type. Maybe just baiting to try to get the Pult in. Does get the Pult in. Okay, nice. And Draco's. Okay. Not Shadow Ball, Rob? Really? You didn't want a Shadow Ball? Who cares if he switches out? Okay, gets the kill with Pyro Ball. No worries here. Probably a U-turn to follow. No, hard to Clodsire. Okay, that works too. Okay, and yeah, the rest of this game is pretty rote. You know, just go next turn, next turn. Okay, so we've got an odd Greninja here. It's Ice Beam, Rock Slide, U-turn, and Gunk Shot, as we know from the last game. And anyway, all right, Rob takes that one. And now I hope you're ready for the Pulse Pounding Game 3, because this one shortened my lifespan by a year or so. Sorry about that. All right, Rotom versus Tinglu again. Just goes for Trick straight away. And he puts down Spikes this time. Okay, that's smart. Oh, gets the crit on Pump. That hurts. And once again, you do have to be a little bit conscious about court change for the rest of the game. Now that you have 3 layers of Spikes down, your Tinglu is all scuffed up. Puts in Dragapult on the Pump. Smart. Do we get a Will-O-Wisp or a T-Wave here? We do get a T-Wave. Okay. So it makes pretty much the same trades as last time. And puts his Cinderace to the full para. Pretty sure that was an Oko on the Cinderace, so I don't know. Balls of Steel is all I gotta say about that. And yep, Greninja takes a pump. Rock Slides the Rotom. That isn't gonna do enough. And gets pumped away. So okay, the threat has been slain. Now Dragapult is coming in and threatening a kill with Draco Meteor, so Treads comes in on the predicted Draco Meteor. Takes still a pretty good chunk, honestly. Puts in Clawed on the Iron Treads. Which, you know, does take the knockoff, but what of the Earthquake? So now this is a problem. Cinderace is going to scare Treads out, though. Unless it goes ground, and he U-turns. Wow, baits it successfully. And puts in Rotom on the predicted Earthquake. And Rotom does live this knockoff. So he has to run to Dragapult to Volt Switch. And Volt Switch would be a lot to ask for there. But, you know, Pulta's come in on Rotom so many times this league. You know, how could you... Oh, the second full para. Okay, and he goes for Sucker Punch and not Court Change. I guess Court Change would be pretty insane there. Now we Court Changes. Okay. Pardon me. Had an early morning today. Alright, spins away the hazards, no problem. And Volt Switch. Nope, goes for a Pump again. And what is the last move on this? It's Trick, that's right. It was Naturally Choice Scarf. And gets the Ceruledge in on the Rotom. That is pretty sweet. And you might think, okay, here's the Terra, here's the Swords Dance, game over, right? But Rob hit Shadow Sneak. No, Rob, you're so close. I mean, look at this team. This team is just gonna get slain by that Mon. Oh, what a heartbreaker, man. And yeah, it puts in Cinderace to the Rotom. It doesn't live the Volt Switch. And you know, from here, what is there to be done about Volcarona? It's just, yeah, it's quivering up. It knows that the Dragapult is choice specs, and then there's not much to be done from here. Yeah, and he's playing Weak Armor and not Flash Fire. Volcarona's got to resist on that, so that doesn't do that much. Yeah, I mean, you know, at this point there's pretty much nothing more to be done. I'll just click through the remaining turns pretty quickly. He hits Draco Meteor a couple of times fishing for a crit, but you're not gonna get 5 crits, dude. And once again, Volcarona seals a game, the wildest game of the series, I would add. But you know, that's that. That happened. I saw this live, and I was like having an aneurysm, dude. I couldn't handle this game. But anyway, moving on. We finally have yours truly, me, Bears Games, on a Smurf this time. I am Harry Legman over here. You might be able to recognize me on Showdown because I'm one of the relatively few people who always plays Lieutenant Surge as his avatar. I think I had some different ones in the past, but I don't know. I have fond memories of this character in the Another Body Slam. You know, remember that old episode of the anime? Anyway, so here's my preferred team. You'll notice for my free slot, I chose kind of a strange Pokemon, Wo-Chien. I'm fond of this mon for reasons that I hope become apparent as the game goes on. And I know from previous games that this Rotom is Light Clay. And, okay, that pump actually does more than I expect. Usually I expect about 40 to 45. Okay, never mind. It was just a high roll. With the leftovers, I don't think that it's possible for that to be a 2KO. I get into Wo-Chien on a predicted pump. Even if he puts up screens, I can set up my Wo-Chien on the screens. And I get the knock to reduce the duration of the screens coming up anyway. He does put up a screen, and I fully set up on the Rotom. That's one of the benefits of Wo-Chien. It can just set up on Rotom. Here comes Roaring Moon. And this is a little scary, but Wo-Chien has some game versus this Pokemon. Acrobatics does hurt. You kind of have to Taro to be secure. But I've got my Leech Seed up, and they actually just run. And I run too. Okay, I decided to go to Rotom on the Roaring Moon. Because with the with the Leech Seed down, it's pretty secure. And I get Paralysis on Volcarona. And I am not totally sure if this was a good idea or if I should have just gone hard to Clodsire. In any case, though, I've done it. Bug Buzz there leads me to suggest this is not a standard set. Maybe they don't have Roost. Or it's not Roost anymore. You have to play Morning Sun, I think. It was Roost in Gen 8. But they're pretty close to the same move. And yeah, Volcarona comes in pretty safely on Iron Valiant. That's just a format knowledge thing. I get my Quiver here, and this Giga Drain is definitely a kill. I lied. It's not definitely a kill. It's definitely close to a kill. This pump doesn't kill me, though. I decide to heal up, hoping for a pump miss. I get my pump miss. Do I stack up again? No, I just go straight for the kill. I think I'm trying to be... Yeah, I would want to be as secure to King Gambit here as possible. They put in Roaring Moon. I get kind of a lucky crit there. And with Dragon Dance, they're going to be faster than me, so this is going to hurt. And by hurt, I mean kill. But, you know, I get the skilled player burn, and it's all good. I put in Rotom. They crunch me for... I guess even with the burn, it wouldn't have been enough. I Volt Switch for 0, jeez. And I guess I'm just going for chilling with Clodsire. Yeah, with the burn, that's nothing to worry about. Wow, this burn was pretty important, huh? Granted, if I didn't get the burn there, I could have hit Toxic on my Clodsire. Because that Earthquake's not a kill regardless, as you can see from the rolls. But I would have been in more trouble. I probably would have had to give him on there instead of just take some chip on Mons. Okay. David gets the rocks off him. David being Chess Gecko 10 over there, which is a name he's had just for... You know, I've been friends with this guy since high school, and it's always been his name on accounts. I just assumed it was one of those names you make on accounts when you're a kid, and then as you get older, things change, but I guess not. Okay, here's one of the secret benefits of Wo-Chien. It actually does good versus Kingambit. Like, it took 0 from that Kowtow Cleave, right? And he sensibly puts in Volcarona on my Grass-type Pokemon. I get a Leech Seed out, and then I go to Clodsire. And I can kind of just spam Earthquake at this point. That's no trouble. You know, he has no Mons that really come in safely on Earthquake. Like, yeah, Iron Treads definitely takes damage. I decide to stay in because, I don't know, I'm a man, I guess. Maybe I'm just trying to give my Clodsire here. Yeah, I guess I was just trying to give my Clodsire here. And then I secure the kill with Earthquake on a Volt Switch. You always got to be careful when they have him on at this sort of percent of HP, because often they will just try to give it. So it kind of saps momentum from you. Because if you make a read, I might just give my Mon there and your move doesn't kill or doesn't do what you want it to do. And something bad might happen in return. So just if they have low health Mons, always be aware that they can just give their Mon. And yep, you have to Terra Fairy here because Bug Buzz is a sound move and pierces substitutes. The Terra Grass, though, on my Leech Seed, got the good predict there. And I don't have a Clodsire, so now this is a little bit scary. And am I going for Parahax here? I think I am going for Parahax. Okay, got my Para. Here's the knock. And it doesn't even kill. I get burned for my troubles. So this is a little scary. I've got to be careful here. But no worries. Get the Para now. Man, I got quite lucky this game. Jeez Louise, I'm not sure I played the best, but, well, sometimes you get away with it. And yeah, when you're Terran Fairy, Kingambit's a little bit worse, but I was behind a substitute this time, so this is all fine. I put up a sub again. I guess I should ask David what his Volcarona set was. Now I'm curious. Okay, yeah, and as you can see, I can just spam substitute until Kingambit goes away. And then I'm left with Iron Valiant, and I have 3 mons to beat a very likely choiced Iron Valiant. So rather than suffer through all that, David just scoops it up. And we move on to game 2, where I lead Dragapult, he leads Roaring Moon. And he goes for Terra Dark right away on the predicted Dragon Darts, and gets a dance up. So now this is a little bit scary. I give the Dragapult rather than give him an opportunity to stack up another Dragon Dance where it'll be well and truly over. I didn't do the math, and that just kills. I'm probably going to Terra Fairy here to take an Acrobatics. Yep, that's exactly what I do. Yeah, the problem with this, though, is it's just so slow, and I'm going to take so much damage because I don't have Protect. Okay, Earthquake does about the same amount. It's a booster energy, so knockoff does like 0. And that Acro leaves me at 1%, which, thankfully doesn't kill me. I guess I passed a roll there. And here comes Volcarona to finish me off. Guess attack boost. Yep, no problems there. Quadsire comes in to sit on Volcarona. They put in Rotom Wash. I get a Toxic. They had 2 steel. You kind of got to imagine that Quadsire is going to Toxic you. Just a PSA to put in your Status Immune or Steel-type Pokemon on Quadsire, or Poison-type. He might have Poison types too. And here I was just going for a kind of anti-read play to try to get back into the game, but he just pumps me over and over, which, fair enough. And at this point, I'm probably thinking, well, I'm just going to try to go for Volcarona GG because I have nothing else to do, really. And I skillfully dodge the Hydro Pump. And this Rotom is staying in and letting me get to +2/+2/+2. Wisely sets up a light screen and goes Treads. And nothing really to do here but swing, so I swing. Earthquake does not enough, and I think I try to wait out the screen. I remember this. Yeah, I want to try to wait out the screen so I can secure kills on the remainder of his Pokemon. And yep, I get quaked. Iron Treads heals a little bit, but once the screen is worn off, this will be no problem. He'd have to double crit me in order to kill. I think I was concerned that he would put in a Mon, so I just killed him there, but I think I should have stuck to the plan. As many turns as he was willing to stay in would be good for me, and yeah, here we go. Okay, and he gets a Sucker right away. Maybe I should have tried a Morning Sun there. It's always a guessing game with Kingambit. It's hard to say whether a move is right or wrong. But I do skillfully get the burn on him again. But Iron Treads isn't going to take on both of these Mons. Yeah, as you can see, that Earthquake just doesn't do enough. And yeah, this game is over. I forfeit. And, oh, whoops, I didn't grab one of the games. Okay. Let me see. Oh, did we not save one of the games? That's a shame. It was a good one. Let me see if I manually saved it. Oh, no. Yeah, I remember this. This went to 3 games. Oh, what a shame. Oh, wait. Have I found it? Okay, I think this might be it. Alright. Is Christmas saved? Okay, yes. I think this is it. Okay. So I lead by crippling his Iron Treads with a burn. And I'm playing Hexapult here. Yep. And he's just going straight for the setup on me. I put up a sub on a predicted Will-O-Wisp or Thunderwave, but knowing these dual screens, I guess it's not that likely that he has those. Get some chip on the Rotom. Yeah, that pump probably just barely kills the substitute. I can always just put it up again, though, and wait out some screen turns. Here comes more Dragon Darts, and important to this game, Infiltrator makes you ignore screens. And do I just take my kill here? No? Is it not a guaranteed kill? No, I sub again. Which I guess is really just kind of the same thing. Lets me take a hit, then I die. Because, yeah, you see, I'm behind a substitute this time, so this won't work. Yeah, I'm faster. Roaring Moon doesn't learn Sucker Punch. So I think he didn't know that Infiltrator makes you ignore screen damage. And now he puts in the Kingambit. I'm the kind of person who, if I see a Kingambit, I'm going to try to Will-O-Wisp it. So that's what I do. One of the the kind of only guaranteed things you could do against a Kingambit. And yeah, this Roaring Moon takes a burn and just dies. That was a sack. Here comes Iron Valiant, which definitely scares me out. I usually go to... I'm playing AV Treads, so I usually go that against Iron Valiant because they're not always playing a fighting move. Sometimes they have close combat and you look like a clown. I also want to get the rocks off me, spin the rocks off, get burned for my troubles. You know, no problem, I guess. Clodsire always sits on Volcarona. Remember that, kids? I probably put up Stealth Rock here, I would imagine. Yeah, I put up Stealth Rock here. You've really got nothing to fear from Volcarona versus Claude. You can disrespect it. I got pumped for about 30. Yeah, he's playing attack on this Rotom. And just secure the kill with Hex. I was maybe thinking he would try to get Iron Valiant on Dragon Darts. Now he's probably going to get Iron Valiant on Dragon Darts. Yeah, switches to Volcarona and then switches into Iron Valiant. Probably just realizing that Dragon Darts did a little bit more than he thought it would. Treads gobbles up a Shadow Ball. And what did I hit here? Knockoff? Okay. The Treads is burned, so you might as well try to get a little bit of utility. I thought that Volcarona might come in on a predicted Iron Head. And once again, I've got Clodsire in. Nothing to worry about. I probably hit Quake here, reading Iron Treads coming in. Yep. Alright, good plays by me. And here comes Ivy one more time. I know he's Psyshock, so I Terra Steel. Just trying to cover all my bases here, make sure that I don't get gamed on. Terra Steel Clodsire will really take any option from Iron Valiant. Yep, Volcarona comes in, takes a million from rocks and gets quaked. Kingambit comes in, and I have a full... Okay, I go Dragapult to Will-O-Wisp at first. I'm basically just sacking Dragapult for a Will-O-Wisp burn. And if I miss the burn, then maybe things get a little bit scary. Okay, Swords Dances one more time, but that's basically 1.5x attack. And yeah, I'm just going to sub-spam it until it's dead. Between burn and I'll have Leech Seed damage in a little bit too. Okay, Hex is good chip. And yeah, I imagine, knowing myself, I probably just substituted here again. Yeah, trying to go for the maximum chip on Kingambit, and I've got 2 more subs remaining after Leftovers Recovery. I'll just skip through this for your viewing pleasure. Okay. All right, Zach, you feel good about that? You switched out on the burn Kingambit, and okay, I complete my dominance and get the 6-0. So I got revenge for that Roaring Moon pseudo sweep where it basically just put me in a position where I couldn't win. So okay, yeah, Wo-Chen didn't need to play that game. Iron Treads basically got sacked to Rapid Spin. Never had to put in Volcarona. I could have put in Volcarona to Iron Valiant kind of at any point. The Specs damage is a little concerning. So the Psyshock isn't very comfortable. Maybe that's why I didn't do it. Kind of hard to remember. I played this game over a week ago, so I can't totally remember my reasoning at the time. But, you know, I don't think I did anything here that looked unreasonable. You know, I think I played this match relatively well. The only thing I would say, I got pretty lucky game 1. Yeah, I think this one could have gone either way. He has some scary Pokemon, like Roaring Moon, Iron Valiant, Kingambit, all pretty scary. And I maybe should have played a little bit more actively, if I had to say. But I'm not playing very active Pokemon at this point. Like, this Dragapult set is not very active. You know, like, where's the hitter? You know, these 2 are my hitters, and they're not... You know, Volcarona is a setup Pokemon that gets sat on by a lot of things, can't break through a lot of things. Hexapult is just... It was a better Gen 8 Pokemon, frankly. There's just not enough time to spread status and farm damage on Hex. But anyway... I made the adjustment in teams going forward. You'll see me playing Dragon Dance Dragapult, which is a mon that is extremely scary and needs 1 boost to sweep your entire team sometimes. So, I learned from my own mistakes, question mark. I guess not really a mistake, maybe a small strategic error in team building, but not so crippling that I wasn't able to play good games and secure a victory. In any case, we have the last match of round 2 here. We have my boy Ruben versus my boy Tundell. And once again, we'll see the Baxcalibur, so let's hope for more Baxcalibur 6-0s, because that makes my PP hard. Okay, Volt switching out on Rotoms, and he reads putting in an offensive Pokemon and burns it. Alright. Not really sure why Treads is coming in on Rotom. I don't think Treads has much to do versus Rotom. Yeah, and that can happen. I forgot it was named Circumcision Pot. That Shadow Ball's not going to do enough. Yeah, it gets the free Volt out. Volcarona comes in on Booster Energy Iron Valiant pretty freely. Volcarona also does not do very much to Garganacl outside of this. He didn't do the math, though. He has a Figgy Bear. I forgot it's Berry Volcarona. So you use your Terrastalize to force out the Garganacl, and I probably would have boosted there, personally. There's not that much that Garganacl can threaten.
And once you're boosted, you're much scarier against, you know, say, Kin Gambit here. Contact Burn? Nope, unlucky. But still gets the kill because he's +1 and it's a super effective move. Here comes the Washing Machine to finally secure the kill on the Volcarona. This wouldn't have happened if you were +1, Ruben. And Baxcalibur just fearlessly coming in on Garganackle. He doesn't give a fuck. And yeah, I guess with good reason. What's taking this Glaive Rush? That's not taking Glaive Rush. And here comes Rotom. That's not taking Glaive Rush. Doesn't have to, though. Choice Scarf, as I kind of forgot. And bang. And then one more Glaive Rush is going to secure the kill on Toxapex. And can Rotom beat 4 Mons? Usually not. Here comes NB Ralts. NB standing for non-binary, by the way. I had to get that cleared up. Yeah, you know, Iron Valiant's a good Pokemon, but it's not infinitely strong. And, okay, just sacking some Mons with the Rotom here. And, okay, gets the knockoff. And, alright, does manage to get the roll for the kill. That looked like a roll to me. Alright, so game 1 goes to Ruben. Pretty clean. You know, maybe a little bit of a surprising amount of struggle at the end to finish off the Rotom, maybe, but ultimately it was well in hand. And here we go, the last game of round 2. We have the second game between Ruben and Tundell. And puts in Garganackle immediately and gets pumped really hard. Sounds kind of dirty, doesn't it? Anyway, they're probably hitting recover here, so he predicts that and puts in Baxcalibur, but he's actually just leaving into Rotom, who misses the T-Wave. So, you know, no problems here. This is fine. Everything is fine. Is this Ice Shard kill? Nope. But I guess you don't have another move because his 4 moves are Ice Shard, Glaive Rush, Swords Dance is Substitute, as we know. Iron Tread scares out the Baxcalibur with the threat of Iron Head. Doesn't have Iron Head, though. Doesn't look like. Has Earthquake. Either that or it's just built different and decided to Earthquake. Just putting up rocks versus the Treads. Sometimes you can get away with it. You know, you are threatening a pretty strong Earthquake on the way back, so you don't really want to leave the Elephant in on that for too long. Gets Layer Spikes, and I hope runs. Yeah, it does run. Alright, misses the pump. And this is Choice Scarf, so nothing more to threaten here. Puts up Substitute first. I probably would have Swords Danced. Okay, gets the Swords Dance. Whiffs a Toxic, and yeah, this is over. This Glaive Rush is a kill. Here comes Knackle. This Glaive Rush is definitely a kill. Okay, maybe not if he tears Steel. No, still enough. Okay, here comes Treads. Maybe even Shard kills here. I'm not sure. Decides not to chance it and goes for Glaive Rush, which is also not a kill. Okay. Definitely got the finish here with Shard. Shards that away. Here comes Kin Gambit. And puts up sub on a predicted Sucker Punch. Doesn't get it. And just Glaive Rushes straight away. Had 26%, so could have threatened one more sub there, so still a 50-50. I guess you don't play Kin Gambit if you're not into 50-50s. And secures the kill on that. And here comes my Washer to Hydro Pump Volcarona for not enough, and I presume die. Yep, okay. Pretty clean games from Ruben there. You know, just kind of used his unstoppable threat to blow through an entire defensive core. And then after that, it's all over but the crying. Yeah, once your defensive core is shattered, every time their hitters come in, it's so bad for you. So you either have to play perfectly or you'll just get blown away. A testament to the power of a mon like Baxcalibur, which is basically impossible to set on. You know, a little bit of bad luck with the Thunder Wave miss. You know, I would say that. Had the Choice Scarf, had the Thunder Wave, just rolled low. Pokemon stuff. And in any case, this has been round 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back soon with replays from round 3.